RetroTech Ralph is proudly sponsored by my friends at One Click Print. However you want your prints, they offer quality and premium service on a variety of materials. Visit them at oneclickprint.com. Hi guys, RetroTech Ralph here with another unboxing for you, and this time is the Corsair RM series RM850 Performance ATX power supply. Now, I've bought this for my own PC. I'm currently running in there another Corsair, but it's a CX600M, which I've had in there for quite a number of years. But the PC is starting to fail, and I've replaced virtually everything, and occasionally it just kind of goes off, and I'm guessing it must be the power supply. Probably nowadays I'm drawing too much out of my system to do anything, so it's my fault adding extra stuff to the PC, and the old power supply is just not up to it. It will probably come down here into the garage and power the PC I have over that side there, but this is going in the one in the house. It's more performance PC than what I have in the garage. So let's have a look at this. This is shrink wrapped, although you can see the shine on a certain bit in the middle, which isn't, thanks to Amazon not packaging things. Good for the environment, bad for doing videos, but whoop-de-doo. It's just shrink wrapped. So, get into this power player. The RM series is apparently quite a decent power supply setup. The old one, the CX one that I had, was only a bronze certificate, so this is actually gold, although it is pretty good. They don't want the RM850X. Basically, cost-wise, there isn't much difference between this and the X. Probably the difference where the capacitors come from. What I'm going to use it for is probably not really going to be needed, but ultra low noise apparently. So an 800 plus gold certificated. Small rifle bearing fan tuned for low noise. It looks like it doesn't blow up, that's all I'm bothered about. But the other one, I actually bought a 750 not long ago. I think it was the RM750X. Plugged it in within, oh, how long was it? About 5 minutes, if that, and the thing just went pop. And I don't know why it went pop. That's the weird thing about it. So, yeah. Something on my system didn't like what that little power supply was doing, so it just blew up. So hopefully this will be even better. So we'll open this one up. Power curve, power efficiency, low fan noise. Yeah, well, we'll figure this out. 25 decibels is really quiet anyway, but my PC has 2 fans on the front, 2 fans on the top, 2 fans on the actual heatsink, because I don't use liquid coolers anymore. I have 1 fan on the back, and then I have 1 on the actual power supply. So this will be a direct swap out. So what do you get inside the box? Power supply, obviously. Some very small tie wraps for cable management. 4 screws for the PSU. A silicone bag. Important information, and a box with other things in. So what we have inside the box, and this is the most important part anyway, because your power supply, yes, fine, it's there, great, we'll have a look at that now, but if you haven't got the right connectors for your right system, you ain't going to be going very far. Oh, come on, there we go. So this actually looks the same size as my other one. So this will go straight in. Fitting wise is absolutely dead easy. It goes in this way around, right? So on the PC itself, with mine, okay, this will get against the back on the bottom of the actual PC itself. 4 screws will hold it in place onto the back. There's no screwing on the bottom, it will just rest on the bottom, and this will just screw to the back plate. So it gives it more of a, in case you take the power supply cable in and out, it will not be going, pushing it in, you'll be pushing this inside the actual PC itself. But on the front here, we have got tons of connectors. I mean, the one I have has 4. I think it's got 4 of these I think, if I look at the picture I've got online here, there's 2 where it's 3 connectors and then 2 that are 4x2s. So I can power virtually everything up with this. There is, I think the actual one I've got, according to the picture I've got in front of me, which I think I probably got the wrong one, it has got, for the 24 pin, same as this. It's just a unit with this on, so mine must have been upgraded from what I'm actually seeing online on here. So, you want to see any more information there, pause if you need. This should kick out a lot more power than I actually do need. And I'm tired of little gremlins making my computer go silly, and this should be the solution to it. So inside you have a, well, this is UK plug. Different places you will have different standard your country socket, as well as your screws and your cable ties. We have the old Molex connector, which will go one of those there. 4 pins for power usually only. Standard again, we have what I will be plugging in to my, you guessed it, it will be my graphics card. So if you've got a 6 pin on your side graphics card, put the other 2 on the side. If you've got the 8, very simple to do, just gives you extra power. So one of these will go into the board, one of these will go into your graphics card. So it will help you getting, if you've got 2 graphics cards running in series, fine. So I do only have 1 graphics card, so 1 cable will be going on that. What else have we got? We have SATA connections. Standard one for fitting inside here to start with, and with 1, 2, 3, 4 SATA power connections. Same again. We have, oh, we have 2 of these. Okay, so this is possible setup to power, what, 4? Is this for 4 power supplies, or is it in case, not power supplies, graphics cards, or is it a case of plug these in to the power supply and then run your 2 graphics card setup, one with this cable and one with that cable, so it doesn't overload your cables at least anyway. More SATA powers. Nice. And even more SATA powers. That's 3 of those. So you can actually do a lot of powering from this. We have a standard CPU connector there. Right, this will already be in my PC anyway, so all I'm going to do is take out the cables on mine, which includes this one. They don't have capacitors on the cables on these, as the model up from this does, but I don't see point. I'm not a professional gamer, I'm not into as much power out of the PC as you can possibly get. As long as it's adequate for me, I'm fine. But all the cables will already be inside, so I'll just disconnect. These will be where they are in the box when I've finished. CPU, that will go just to power the CPU, not the motherboard, which this one will go to. So I'll go CPU to one of these. Quite simple. Again, another one of these. So could you potentially then power 3 graphics cards with separate cables? That would probably be safer for it, I think. Or you could power 6 graphics cards. That would be insane. Be ridiculously insane. And another one for the CPU, in case you're possibly running 2 CPUs. I don't know. Why would you run 2 CPUs? The only way I can actually think you'd run 2 CPUs and a stack load of graphics cards would be if you've got 2 motherboards inside one case and you want to branch off for each one when you turn either on. But that wouldn't make too much sense, or would it? Plus, if you're running a really big case and you've got an old PC in there which will take these cables, then fine if you're running an old Windows 95 system, but then you've got your ATX board inside as well. You could power both off at once if they'd fit. I'm not saying it will, but that's just in case. So more than enough cables than what I need. I'll probably, if I was doing this from scratch, I would need that one for the motherboard. I would need that for the CPU. I would need that to power my couple of drives I've got in there. I used to have tons of drives inside my computers. Now I've only got 2. And the M2, yeah, the smaller drives in there. We'll need one of those for graphics card. already put in there. No, I haven't. There you go. So no, 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 yes, and possibly. So there you go. That's actually a hell of a lot of connectors that won't fit back in the box again. Important information, you've got page 1 and 2 in English. There you go. Careful for electric shocks. And then it gives you in French. Basically, what's French for attention, risque du choc électrique. Okay. Understood. We will not be shocking ourselves with electric. So there we go. That is the Corsair RM850 unboxing. Now, yeah, it looks kind of sweet, kind of whatever, and kind of very nicely flat in the side. Can you have a look inside? They've got these very big capacitors in there, which I will not be doing much with, as per usual. Yeah, you can't tell much in there, we're blowing. Very, very brand new. Circuit board at the front there for all the connectors. Coming down to the side, I've got a little small connector inside there. And plastic over the back of here for the stuff that I really don't need to touch. There's a big massive heatsink in there. I don't know if you can tell. There's some lines in there, so right inside here. There's a massive heatsink inside there. So I think this one actually can run silent by keeping the heat onto the heatsink without running the fan. But with the fan being as quiet as what it is, that's fine. That'll be perfectly alright as it is. So there. That's what you get inside an RM850. Now I'm going to go and fit it in my computer, and if it goes bang, then so be it. If it doesn't, great. I've got something that should outlast whatever components I've got in the PC at the moment, if not for the next generation afterwards. Because I've got the power supply that's in there at the moment it's probably on its third motherboard. So I think I change things every probably 4 years or so. So at the moment, it's still pretty much working really well for what I need. But yeah, it's time I got an upgrade. So there you go. Corsair's. It's a cheap-ish power supply on Amazon at the moment. It's going for £85, which ain't bad. That's the reason I bought it. It's a decent gold certified 850 watt fully modular ATX power supply. But you buy what you want. If you don't want this, if it isn't what you need, if it's too much power, fine. I will not be using all 850 watts. That's obvious. But if you get the bigger power supply and don't use as much, it's fine, it'll last. If you buy the small power supply and you overcook it all the time, then it's gonna burn out eventually. So there's a little tip for you there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, links are down below to help out with any donations, any advice you can give me, any advice you want me to give you, that's fine. Links for patronage, donations, anything like that should be in the description below, if not in the channel description. Drop me a message, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.